Activating your buried power, the radical journey, back to your authentic self. Have you ever felt like you've lost yourself, like somewhere between who you were meant to be and who the world told you to become? The real you got buried alive. It's a peculiar kind of suffocation, isn't it? Breathing, working, smiling, yet feeling strangely absent from your own life. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves crash against the shore, rhythmic and relentless. Each wave represents a moment when you chose fear over yourself, when you dimmed your light to make others comfortable, when you said yes, when your soul was screaming no. Now open your eyes. What if I told you that reclaiming your power isn't about becoming someone new? What if it's about remembering who you've always been? I recently had the profound privilege of interviewing Crystal D. Woods, an extraordinary force of nature whose work is transforming lives across the nation. Her award winning book, Reclaim Your Power: The Journey Back to Self, isn't just another self help manual gathering dust on nightstands. It's a revolutionary roadmap back to your authentic self. Crystal isn't merely writing about transformation, she's igniting a movement that's helping thousands of Black women step fully into their power, reclaiming spaces they were told weren't meant for them, and redefining what empowerment looks like in a world that often tries to contain it. Through our conversation, three fundamental truths emerge that I'm compelled to share with you today. First, reclaiming your power is not a one time event. It's a daily decision. Second, everything you desire is already within you. Your journey is about remembering, not becoming someone else. And third, gratitude amplifies abundance and transformation in your life. Let's start with that first truth. We often think of empowerment as a destination. Somewhere we'll eventually arrive if we just keep pushing forward like some mythical finish line where confetti falls and suddenly we're whole. But Crystal's journey reveals something far more profound. Reclaiming your power happens in moments, in choices, in the small decisions we make every single day. Before publishing her groundbreaking book in 2024, Crystal navigated years of internal struggle. She faced moments of crippling self doubt and battled against societal expectations that threatened to silence her authentic voice. What changed wasn't some dramatic external circumstance, it was her daily commitment to choosing herself over fear. Every morning, she made a conscious decision to align with her truth rather than her conditioning. She meditated on gratitude. She journaled her intentions. She sought alignment with her inner wisdom. And day by day, choice by choice, she reclaimed pieces of herself that had been buried under years of shoulds and supposed tos. This isn't just Crystal's story. This is the story of countless Black women who have found themselves at a crossroads between authenticity and acceptance. Consider the digital movement that's emerged on TikTok under the hashtag Speak It Into Existence. Users share stories directly inspired by Reclaim Your Power, demonstrating the collective healing that happens when individuals affirm their worth aloud together. Many participants initially struggled with negative self talk or felt invisible within professional spaces due to systemic biases against Black professionals. Through communal affirmation sessions online, where the mantra, stop begging, start declaring, became a rallying cry, members practiced vocalizing their desires without shame. This became a radical act of visibility rooted in the gratitude based language drawn directly from Crystal's teachings. The results? Participants reported improved confidence both at work and at home. Some advanced into leadership roles after adopting these practices consistently. What began as individual acts of courage blossomed into a movement that's helping normalize the coexistence of vulnerability and ambition among underrepresented groups. I'm reminded of one woman who shared that after 6 months of daily affirmations, she finally found the courage to pitch her idea in a boardroom full of men who had dismissed her previously. I didn't become someone else, she said. I just stopped hiding who I've always been. That's not transformation, that's reclamation. This brings me to the second truth. Everything you desire is already within you. We live in a culture obsessed with transformation, with becoming someone better, someone different, someone more. The self improvement industry makes billions telling us we're broken and need fixing. But what if the journey isn't about becoming at all? What if it's about remembering you are not broken? You are buried beneath layers of doubt and conditioning that have accumulated over years of living in a world that wasn't designed for your success. Crystal's work reminds us that the sacred path forward isn't about reinvention. It's about realignment and reclamation of who you truly are. This truth is beautifully illustrated in the empowering guidebook Wonder Woman, which demonstrates how solo journeys can spark reconnection with one's authentic self. This movement has particular resonance among Black women who often face cultural barriers or fears that discourage independent travel or pursuing dreams outside traditional roles. By equipping readers with tools for safety planning and mindset shifts toward courage over fear, Wonder Woman has inspired numerous online communities centered around female empowerment through exploration. Many participants credit these experiences as pivotal in rediscovering lost passions or ambitions. One woman shared how her solo trip to Ghana became both a metaphorical and literal journey back home to herself. Standing on the shores where her ancestors had once stood, she felt pieces of herself returning, like puzzle pieces finding their rightful place. She hadn't become someone new. She had remembered who she'd always been. This is the power of reclamation. It's not about adding something that was never there. It's about removing the layers that have hidden your light. And this brings us to the third truth. Gratitude amplifies abundance and transformation in your life. When you express gratitude for all things, even the challenges, the best things naturally find their way to you. This isn't some mystical manifestation technique, it's a fundamental shift in how you perceive and interact with the world. Crystal's own journey led to national recognition as an award winning author, inspiring thousands through speaking engagements and coaching. But the recognition wasn't the goal, it was the natural outcome of her alignment with gratitude and purpose. Her book became a catalyst for many Black professionals seeking their own path back to authenticity. Her work has influenced readers nationwide by providing actionable steps toward reclaiming personal power and has built a vibrant community around empowerment for Black leaders. What's remarkable about this approach is how it transforms not just individual lives, but entire communities. When one person begins to operate from a place of authentic power and gratitude, it creates permission for others to do the same. I'm reminded of a quote from Audre Lorde. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. This is the essence of what Crystal teaches. Fear doesn't disappear when you reclaim your power. It simply becomes less relevant to your decision. So, how do we put these truths into practice? How do we begin our own journey back to self? It starts with a single conscious decision that honors your true self. Perhaps it's speaking up at work when you would normally stay silent. Maybe it's taking 5 minutes each morning for reflection or gratitude journaling. Or it could be choosing rest over hustle when your body and spirit are crying out for renewal. Remember, this isn't about changing who you are, it's about uncovering what was always there inside. As Black women, we face unique challenges in reclaiming our power. The world has narratives about who we are and who we can become that often don't align with our truth. Crystal's work acknowledges these realities while providing a pathway forward that doesn't require us to diminish ourselves or our experiences. The journey back to self isn't always comfortable. There will be moments when choosing yourself feels selfish, when speaking your truth feels dangerous, when following your intuition feels foolish. In those moments, remember that your power isn't something you need to create, it's something you need to remember. As Maya Angelou wisely said, you alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody. I want to leave you with a challenge today, one that might just change everything. For the next 7 days, I invite you to make one conscious choice each day that honors your authentic self. Notice how it feels in your body when you choose alignment over approval. Pay attention to the subtle shifts in your energy when you prioritize your truth over others' expectations. And each night before you sleep, express gratitude for three things: something that challenged you, something that surprised you, and something that reminded you of your power. This practice, simple as it may seem, contains the seeds of revolution, not because it will make you into someone new, but because it will help you remember who you've always been. The world doesn't need more people trying to fit into spaces too small for their spirits. The world needs more people who have excavated their buried power and are brave enough to live from that place of authenticity. So I ask you, what part of yourself are you ready to reclaim today? What voice inside you has been silenced for too long? What power have you forgotten is yours? Your reclamation isn't just personal, it's political, it's revolutionary. When you stand fully in your power, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. You become living permission for others to do the same. The journey back to self isn't a luxury, it's a necessity, not just for your own well being, but for the healing of our collective soul. Remember, you were never meant to be buried alive in someone else's expectations. You were meant to rise, to shine, to reclaim every single piece of yourself that was ever taken or given away. Your power is waiting, not somewhere out there in the future, but right here, right now, beneath the layers of doubt and fear and conditioning. Will you begin the excavation